you about something that's very dear to me. I want to talk to you about faith, family, and freedom. And through that, I want to share my story. I want to let you know why these values are important to me and what they mean to me. And then finally, I would like to unite everyone together to help continue to protect these values for many generations to come. A little bit about my story. So I was born in Mexico. My mom brought me to the United States at the age of 1. At the age of 3, we were homeless after my stepfather realized that he could no longer beat her because she was pregnant. He pretty much abandoned us and left us in a garage, and we had no place to go. But by the grace of God, we found a homeless shelter. Ironically, that homeless shelter was called Star of Hope. That's exactly what that shelter did to my family and to my mother. It brought hope to us. Eventually, my mom was able to get back on her feet, find houses to clean. She ended up, saving enough money, and we ended up finding a small one-bedroom apartment in Segundo Barrio, Second Ward. So I grew up in a rough neighborhood. I grew up without my father in my life, and I'll be very honest and transparent with y'all. As I grew older, I would often question God, why me? I was young. I didn't know any better. I used to ask God, why did you make me poor, God? Where is my father, God? God, why did you make me an immigrant, Father, God? Why is it that sometimes I have to sleep on the floors just so my friends, my family can have their own bed? I used to question God, why do I have to wake up extra early just to get on the public transportation so I can go to school? I used to question God, why does my friends have a nice, get to go to a nice vacation and I don't? Why do they have a nice home? Why do they have both of their parents? Things that I didn't know. I didn't know any better. And these were raw emotions that I would always share with God. But then I realized the more I ran to God, the more I shared my emotions with Him, my issues and my thoughts, the more He became to form me and give me hope and life. I began to see myself as a victor and not a victim. He began to equip me with purpose, with vision, and most importantly, He placed values in my heart. Those values today are faith, family, and freedom. So I want to tell you a little bit about those and what those mean to me. Faith. When it comes to faith, God is everything to me. One of the best decisions in my life was to give my life to Christ. He is the one who gives me strength, He gives me grace and peace to move forward and never give up. When it comes to family, my mother made the ultimate sacrifice so that I can be here today. Everything that I do is to make her proud. Also, when it comes to family, I also try to lead and be the best role model and to be the best husband to my wife. By the way, my wife and I have been together for 9 years. We've been married for quite some time now, and we're high school sweethearts. And real quickly, I want to quickly just thank her for all your support and all your love. So can we give her a round of applause, please? And then lastly, when it comes to family, I want to be that father that I never had there. I want to be the father that when it's time to pick up their kids, when it's time to take them out, that I can be there for them. Growing up, I had to grow up pretty fast, so I never really had a childhood. And I want to make sure that my kids have the best childhood ever. I'm a big kid at heart. Every time I'm with my little nieces and my nephews, it just brings me full of joy, and it brings me to those moments where I never really had the ability to enjoy myself. And so I can't wait to have my kids one day. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about freedom. To me, freedom is understanding that we live in the greatest country on earth. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what color of your skin is. If you work hard, you can succeed in this country. This is the land of opportunity. This is the land of opportunity. If you work hard, you can stand on your own 2 feet. So freedom to me is everything. As a result of these values, I'm now standing in front of you as a first-generation college graduate from the University of Houston. I had the ability to go on and get 2 degrees, and now I work for a Fortune 500 consulting firm. I have a great salary, and sometimes I pay too much in taxes, but that's a different discussion. But over the years, I have seen God open doors that I could never imagine. This year, I had the opportunity to attend the White House. I had the opportunity to testify in front of Congress, and I also had the opportunity to ring the opening bell with the markets at NASDAQ in Times Square, New York. Oftentimes, I also get to have the ability to be on national TV and speak to the American people. I always try to speak from my heart, always from my values and a place of gratitude. Sometimes I have to pause and take a step back, because at the end of the day, I don't deserve this. There is no way I'm supposed to be here today. There's no way I'm supposed to be here standing in front of y'all today. I'm just a kid from El Barrio, and all these opportunities, it's all God. I used to say, God, why me? God, why didn't you give me this life? And now I know why. And my why has become my thank you. And every day I thank God for the life He has given me. There's no other life I would ask for. If you would have given me this life again, I would take it in a heartbeat. I thank God for making me homeless. I thank God for my mother. I thank God for making me an immigrant. I thank God for putting these values in me, because they're everything to me. Now, everywhere I go, I do my best to lead with my values. I realize that there's more opportunities for me to connect and to find common ground when I lead on values. I can agree, I think we can all agree that we all believe in faith, family, and freedom. I realize that if we lead with issues, we immediately divide each other. And that's not what we need in this country. Finally, now that I told you how important these values are to me, I'm sad to see these values vanish before my eyes. Ronald Reagan once said it best, freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. I would add to that, it's not only freedom, it's also faith and family. Faith, more and more we're seeing this country be without God in our families. As a result, you're seeing all the stress, the anxiety, the loneliness, the shootings, the tragedies. When it comes to family, we're seeing more families divorce. We're seeing more families be separated. And now abortion has become the new norm. Our country is beginning to forget about these values, faith, family, and freedom. Which is why I want to challenge you, everyone in this room today, to unite together to protect these values. Let's not put labels on each other or divide each other on issues. Let's continue to respect each other with dignity, with class, and with love. Let's bring hope and life to those around us. Let's unite in our values, because at the end of the day, we're all God's children. May God bless you. May we continue to protect faith, family, and freedom. Thank you.
Maybe I didn't think.